I'm Shannon Grimm with Shannon Grimm and Partners at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Today, myself, Stanley, and Jake, we are joined by Ken with First Commonwealth and Ken Burnett.
Woo! It's really great to be here.
It's really great to have you, Ken.
He hasn't seen us in like 2 hours. So
Yeah, it was like 2 hours ago.
he wanted to see us longer. So we're just he is a loan officer. And they just have some unique programs and stuff, and we just want to get some more information on those today for everybody. So, hi, Ken.
Hi. Good to
Long
see you
time
again.
no see.
Yeah.
So, what is one of the most popular things you have?
One of the most popular loans that we have is something called the First at Home program. It's a conventional loan, 1% down, no PMI.
Oh.
Rates are great.
1% down and no
1%
PMI.
down, no PMI conventional.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of credit score are you looking at?
620. Yeah.
Okay.
620, that's fantastic.
620, yep.
So you're talking to somebody that has a 620 credit score, can buy a $300,000 house, and let's just say they're bringing $3,000 down payment and let's say foreign closing costs, so $7,000.
Correct.
With no PMI.
At least under 10
With no
grand.
PMI. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there are income restrictions, but it's very popular.
Wow.
So, what are kind of some of the income restrictions?
Household income, 80% AMI.
AMI. Explain that too.
AMI is average medium income, so whatever county you're purchasing in.
Okay.
Add up all the household income, and it's got to be below 80% average medium income.
Okay. Okay.
And are there any restrictions on counties, neighborhoods, types of homes that you could purchase with this program?
It's mostly all 1 to 4 family. You can do condos
Okay.
as well.
Wow.
And duplexes as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Duplexes.
Yeah.
That's
very
interesting.
popular.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
If you can find
Great
them.
loan.
Yeah, if you can find the duplexes.
Yeah.
Slavy's on his second duplex in a row, though, so
I know we were talking about it.
yeah, so he's excited. So that one is pretty popular for you, and then you've got just a lot of other stuff too. So
Yes, we do. We have something called the Plus Improvement Loan. It's a rehab loan.
oh,
Yeah, it's a rehab loan. Yeah.
Hmm.
So there's 2 types. There's a mini construction loan, and it's called the Rehab Plus. It goes to $774,999 in rehab amount.
okay,
You get 3 months to do your rehab. It's conventional, owner occupied only, 1 to 4. It's great, excellent rates on that. So you can either refinance or purchase your next home with, if it needs rehab, putting that rehab in the loan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. 680 credit score minimum.
well, that's not
Yep.
bad.
That's not bad.
No.
No,
But $75,000, you could do some nice
Do a lot,
bathrooms and
yeah.
a nice kitchen and
Absolutely.
update and facelift a lot. I mean, that would make a
can.
house look gorgeous.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Contractor gets 3 months to put it together.
And that's not bad.
Yeah, 3 months. So that's kind of like the mini construction loan.
Yeah.
And anything above that just moves into a construction and renovation
Okay.
with everything that the construction loan has. Minimum 5% down from as completed appraised value. And same thing with the plus improvements loans. It's 5%.
Yeah, and that's good because that brings us to another one is that you do the construction loans. So
Absolutely.
if someone's wanting to build custom or build on their lot, you
Oh,
do
yeah.
those construction loans
We
as
sure
well.
do. Absolutely. And the construction loans, they're a one-time closing,
Nice.
and they go to 95% loan to value. Maximum loan amount is $800,000, but we
Yeah.
go up to $150, 20% down,
Wow.
$1.5 million. Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
And
It's
we have a
am-
great construction team at the bank. Just fantastic,
It's amazing how many people are buying $1 million plus houses.
isn't it?
It's really amazing. And I've lost out on $1 million plus house because it was they had multiple offers over asking all cash.
Yep.
So
Right.
still baffles me.
We won ours, but it was $1 million house. It sat on the market a while. They barely lowered the price at all to get some interest, and all of a sudden 4 offers were coming in, and it was new construction.
New construction.
And it was like, oh, normally you just offer what it's listed, and the builder will take it, but it was like, no, you got to go above now. And I was
that
like,
was an
"Oh,
all-nighter one for us
what?"
too.
Yeah, we
That was an
worked
all-night.
and negotiated that from like 4 in the afternoon till 1 in the morning. It was insane.
Way past my bedtime.
Yeah, it was. But I'm sorry, we're interrupting you, but it's just crazy.
No,
It is
you're good.
crazy how competitive that price point is
Yeah.
now and how many homes are in that price point. There's some gorgeous homes in the Central Ohio area.
And bringing that, we do jumbo loans. Our jumbo loan program is anything over $726,200. Of course, that's the minimum loan amount. We go to 5% up to $800,000 on the
Okay.
jumbos. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then 80% at 1.5.
Now, do you do the doctor loans too?
We do. Doctor loans.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, 100%. No down payment required. No PMI.
Yeah,
which
that's
is-
nice.
Which is pretty sweet.
Now, the physician loans, is it just for physicians or do you have a group of professionals that can fall into that?
It's for physicians or dentists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Just got to have, those three letters after your name, to qualify.
Very
But,
cool.
Yeah. I mean, understanding is for a lot of folks that are, going into the medical field that, we know you're going to make some cash, so
Right.
we know you're probably going to pay this off early. But it's a great loan. It really is.
Well, and then hopefully they come back to you again, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and that works out well. Yeah, because they do have a lot of student loan debt to pay off first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Which is coming back pretty hard.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Hey, as long as doctors stay employed and they pay the minimum payments, I think after 10 years it gets forgiven. They have a program where
They have to be with a certain.
correct. Yeah. So
Yeah, which is nice.
if you're smart, you'll do that, doctors, which you all are. So I know you're doing it already.
And if you would
Right
like
on.
to date, we have Abby. No, just kidding.
And her number is.
Abby is a sweetheart from West Virginia. She has been with our team for about a year now. She's great at social media and photography. And you graduated
And is highly embarrassed right now
Yeah, you
because
grad-
she
you
is behind the
graduated from
camera
Marshall,
as we
correct?
speak. She did, yes.
Yeah, she graduated from Marshall. So
And it is her birthday on Friday.
let's go Thundering
Oh,
Herd.
Friday birthdays. The Abby podcast will be on right after this.
Anyhow,
That's what we need to
Ken, in
make
case
a
you
change.
just now met us, we tend to veer off topic.
Yeah, we do that. We do that anyways, right? We always do that.
Which might explain why you're also taking us to a lunch and learn at a golf place.
Lots of things to get off topic with. It's great.
Yeah.
Another really awesome program we have is called Home 100. It's devised no down payment required, so it's 2 loans.
You have a lot with no down payment
Yes,
required.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by
Pretty
that.
awesome. This is real popular. The first loan's 80% of the value of the home, and that's going to be a Freddie Mac loan, Home Possible. You guys are familiar with that? So the rates are, when you put these two together, that Home Possible rate is really good. It's it's been coming in 0.5% less than everybody else.
So whereabouts are we with the rate right now?
Rates are generally in the low 7s.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But there's loan level pricing.
There's factors, yeah.
Yep. It's all about credit risk.
Yeah, there's factors.
There's factors, but generally it's in the low 7s.
Yeah.
Depending on that's conventional, of course.
Yeah.
FHA is going to be a little bit lower. But yeah,
Different requirements.
different requirements. Yeah, that's correct.
Now, your Home 100 program, so you're doing a conventional 80%, and then the remaining, is that going to be like a portfolio loan, or how's that?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Remaining is a 20%, 30-year fixed loan,
Okay.
which is great, and then we keep that, and that's to keep the payment low. Because most seconds are going to be 15 or 10.
Right.
And that's like, oh man, that's a high payment. So to keep the payment low, it's great. 30-year term of both mortgages, no PMI, of course, no first-time home buyer requirements on that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Now, with that program, then all they're bringing to closing is closing costs.
Correct.
Wow, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Are there any requirements for the style of home or areas they can move into with that one?
Areas anywhere is good. The income restrictions are based on the Home Possible income restrictions, which are a lot looser than everybody else.
Okay.
It's all based on who's on the application, not household income. So it depends on what county you're moving into. But they're pretty loose.
Pretty loose.
Yeah,
Excellent.
They're pretty loose. Great loan. Yep, great loan. Home ownership and counseling is required with that, but we're doing a lot of those for some folks.
Yeah, that's coming back pretty
Yeah.
hard, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also do bridge loans. Bridge loans are phenomenal. A great tool to have. That'd be for somebody who wants to keep their current home for a while and then buy another home.
which keeping the current home, like, I don't know if people understand, like, a lot of times for us, it's easier to sell your home when it's empty than when you live in it.
But
Well, someone can imagine what it looks like with their, they're empty with their stuff in it versus your stuff.
Yes.
Right?
you
Right.
also don't
Right.
want to buy or sell a home with a contingency. You don't want to
Right.
put an offer in and say, hey, I need to sell my house before I buy yours. Oh, well, I have another offer that doesn't have that. Who
Right.
knows how long it's going to take to sell yours? Or you don't want to list your home with, hey, I need 2 months to find a house myself.
Right.
Some people are like, well, when I buy your home, I want to move in. Of
Right.
course, we'll give you a couple of weeks to move out, but come on.
Yeah.
So having something like that in place where it takes the stress away from someone who wants to move. Let's go find you a house. Let's give you some time to move out and give us time to list and market your home. And if it's empty, you can touch up paint, clean, do things like that too. Makes it more marketable. That's a great program.
It's a great tool. We use a lot of these and help folks move into homes. The way it works is it uses your current equity. So we would pay off any liens that you have on your current house, go up to 80% loan to value of your current appraisal, and then the rest of that would go down on your down payment for your next house. And then that loan would be an interest-only loan for 1 year. So it's
Okay, wow.
it's a 12-month loan, so you get a year to sell your house.
That's the
That's nice,
longest
too.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I
good.
hear in
'Cause-
90 days. That's
Yeah.
what I hear a lot of.
Yeah, and most lenders are getting away from even doing those.
Correct. Well, it wasn't always a year.
Right.
We had to make some adjustments there. There were folks that were in a bridge loan for 5-6 years, and you're like, you're gonna sell your house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've never heard of it that long.
Yeah, well, that's actually I was wondering about First Commonwealth. So yeah, how long have you been there? What drew you there, and how long have they been around?
I've been there for I'm working on year 5.
Wow.
First Commonwealth Bank, 1982. They are their home headquarters is in Indiana, Pennsylvania. 136 branches in Ohio and PA.
That's confusing. Indiana,
It is.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right. It took a while for me to get over that.
Yeah.
We have 10 branches in the Columbus metro area. It's Columbus and surroundings, so it's really nice.
Yeah, I passed by quite a few.
Yeah.
Because you definitely recognize the logo because it's like pinkish.
Yeah, it's cool. What drew me, to answer your question, what drew me to this company, this bank, just the way they do things. The teams that they put together are just phenomenal. I have an assistant, and her name's Gay, and she is just absolutely wonderful. I know my underwriters.
That's huge.
I can pick up the phone and say, hey, is this going to work? Can we do this? Is that not going to work? What should I do? Our processing team is phenomenal, and the support management staff is just fantastic.
Yeah, and we find that essential when dealing with lenders. So when they have to, when they can't really just call one person, or when they can't, they don't have a relationship with their processor, it just tends to not go very well.
Right.
I don't think customers really realize how huge that is, especially if you're working with a real estate agent and you're working with Ken as well. For us to have a rapport with him, but for him to have a rapport with his processors and underwriters it's incredible. We can literally communicate the entire time throughout the purchasing and mortgage process to get you to the finish line, and it just makes things so much easier to know where things are. You go on and you find a lender through the internet and they're based out of state. We're not going to get that. We're not going to be able to get a hold of them, but maybe 3 days a week
crazy.
too.
Those are crazy because we've had one that was like an online lender, and the next thing you know, the appraiser's showing up from Cleveland.
Wow.
And they don't even know like where they're going or what they're doing. So
Wow.
it's like, okay, that's not going to help.
Yeah, it's a fantastic company, and that's the way they treat their employees, and more importantly, how they treat their borrowers. I mean, we won't do whatever if it's not in, the right thing and the best thing for the borrower. It's like we do what the borrowers want, and that's final. And what's best for them. I like that a lot. That really keeps me here. Because they just do the right thing.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of lenders we call it lender hopping, and you've not done that. So
No. Nope.
yeah, I think that speaks a lot to the company, just to right out of the gate.
Yeah,
that you've
and
stayed.
we're a full service bank, so we do personal banking, business banking, business loans. We have commercial loans. We have insurance, investments. We do trust and estate planning as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one-stop shopping.
So now, before we got started, you were telling us what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, I knit. And I make quilts. Oh, no, wait, that was something else. We weren't talking about that? Oh, okay. I wasn't supposed to say that?
There was a split second where I believed you. I was like,
There was a split second where I believed him as well.
I started a knitting group last week.
Mike, you gonna sign up for that?
Yeah.
could be a good stress reliever.
No, I'm in two bands. Yeah, I play bass and sing lead.
You're in two bands.
Two bands, yeah. One's not enough.
Okay. Yeah, and you said you do a lot of 90s stuff.
Yeah, one of the bands is called Paper Street. We actually just played out last Saturday night. Boy, it's a lot of fun. But we do 90s music, yeah.
Yeah, I love my 90s.
Yeah, me too.
STP,
And slapping the bass.
Yeah.
Slapping the bass, man. Yeah, I play bass, sing lead for that band. We've been together for, 23 years, 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's fun.
90s music wasn't classic rock when you guys got together. Now
Oh,
it's
it is now.
technically classic rock.
Yeah, making me
Yeah.
feel real old.
I know, I
Not
hate
a
it too.
fan of
I,
it being classic rock.
I switched on a radio station the other day, which doesn't happen often. I usually just stream music, but it was like classic music, classic rock, and then like Nirvana came on. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, we do some Nirvana, we do Stone Temple Pilots.
Stone
Creed.
Temple Pilots is one of my favorite, though. Like I
man.
said, Sour Girl is my favorite song.
I wish, but now I want to do that song. I want to do it.
I know, I love Sour
awesome.
Girl.
The other band is called the Rubik's Cubes, and it's 80s.
The 80s.
And they're alt 80s, so we do The Clash,
Okay,
Psychedelic Furs, that kind of stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Love that, too.
I
That's pretty
sing
cool.
I sing some songs in that. We have an 80s lead singer guy who's he's all about it. You know.
That's cool.
I have to ask, do you guys ever get into like the Afghan wigs or anything like that?
Not yet.
I have no idea what an Afghan wig is. What is an Afghan wig?
It's a band.
It's a band? How do I not know who the
They're
Afghan
from
wigs is?
Columbus.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, they're
Oh, I
from
didn't know
Columbus.
that.
Huh.
That's
Never
awesome.
heard of it.
Yeah,
Good.
we play out.
Well, yours, yeah.
The
but-
Rubik's Cubes
Well, I
play
listen to
out
old
probably
music.
once every 2 months or so.
Oh,
Why
nice.
don't I know who they are? Afghan wigs.
Yeah.
What a name.
Yeah.
Where do you guys usually play?
Local bars. Yeah, local
Yeah.
bars. North End usually. Slick Whiskers, Gatsby's in Gehenna. And,
I used to go to
Yeah, I
Gatsby's
love
back in the
Gatsby's.
day.
all over. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the
We
day.
like dive bars because it's just so comfortable.
It is.
You
It's
know.
fun.
I used to love diving.
O'Nellie's up there in Polaris.
Also,
know.
dive bars have cheaper beer, which I
Yeah.
generally appreciate.
Well, I don't want to make them all mad. Some of them might not think they're dive bars. Right?
They do now.
Small
dive bar-
bars.
You guys are never playing here again.
Dive bar, I think, is a term of endearment.
It
now.
is a
It
term
used
of
to not be.
endearment.
I think it's a term of endearment now. So
Yeah, no one cares. Whatever.
They're
We
the
used
best
to, back
places
in the
go.
day, we used to hang out at Larry's, and they'd have
Yeah.
like live music and stuff. So and it was like down, you had to go down the steps to get into there and stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
Why aren't we doing a lunch and learn when you play?
ooh, that'd be
Like-
fun.
Because I'd be asleep,
Well, that's true.
and he'd be busy.
But we need to take a team trip.
Team trip.
No, we'll just have to do another event, and I'll just bring the band.
I love.
There we go.
There you go.
Just bring the band.
I love that.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
absolutely love that.
that would be, yeah. And they'll be like, sure.
Ooh, we
Need
could
some
do
music
an
for our Halloween.
we could do an event at the condos, and have the band come.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Cool.
We could maybe do like a client event.
I like that.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
And I'll do sound check 1, 2. Is this thing on?
Ready to go.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We
Absolutely.
just got to put like an acrylic stage over the pool so the water's reflecting under. And
Yeah. There we go.
I'm sure we'll get a budget for that. Sure, that'd be fun. But so anything else you want to let people know that you have?
Let's see here. We
you
do
do
have
pretty
your,
much everything.
Yeah, we do everything. We have something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
FHA loans, VA, USDA, of course. We do lot loans. If you just want to buy a lot.
Oh, lot loans. It's really hard to find someone who wants to do a lot loan too.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So and they're saying now the advice is buy land and sit on it. So
It's nice to have someone that you can do that with, though, and either build in the future, split it up and sell parts of it, or sell all of it. So, yeah, lot loans are hard to find. People ask all the time about
do.
it. So,
And they're short term. We expect you to build a house on it. We don't sell. We don't do loans for it. Pardon me. We don't do loans for like a hunting land or anything like that. We
okay,
expect you to put a house on it.
okay, good to know though.
That's good.
Good to know.
Down payment assistance. We use OFA. was pretty good.
Okay.
And then usually in April of every year, we do our own down payment assistance, up to $5,000.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
So what do you
April.
have to do to qualify for that?
It's kind of like if you qualify for the first at-home program, then you qualify for it. So there's
So you get that with the first?
you can. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty
It's a
cool.
great program. Yep, $5,000 available for down payment.
Okay.
It usually runs April through until it runs out. Depends on how busy we are. Last year or this year. It
Well,
ran out.
April's a pretty good month to start it.
Yeah, this year it ran out. I think July.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's still pretty
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the biggest buying season, April through July.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Yeah.
we're like, hey, sign up for it and what's really great about that program is it's good for 6 months. So it's not like if you get in contract and then you have the down payment assistance. A lot of times those are gone if you don't move
Close.
into your house, you don't close. And
Right.
And ours is not. It's good for 6 months no matter where you go.
Oh, very
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good.
So we keep hearing scary stories. Like people keep saying, like someone came up to us this morning. Yes, they came up to us this morning and said, "Oh, I hear interest rates are going to go over 8." But I'm like, we've got an election year coming up. Usually people want to win an election, so they'll make sure the interest rates come down some. What do you predict?
My personal prediction is I think they're going to stay flat. I think the Fed's not going to raise the rate tomorrow. They may raise it. The Feds may raise the rate, but that doesn't have anything to do with the mortgage rates. That's credit card rates and stuff like that.
Credit card rates are insane. They're like 30% right now,
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah.
and that's for people with like 750 credit score
Yep.
who always pays on time.
But I agree with
From
you
personal
about
experience.
through history, the rates have always come down a little bit right around election years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think
Funny how that works.
it's funny. It's
Interesting.
magical.
Gas prices come down too.
Yes, it's magical. But I think my prediction is that probably by April we'll see mid 5s again.
Interesting.
So that's my prediction.
But it happened like last year.
I mean, you can't have people sitting around going, "Oh, can't buy a house. Interest rates are too high. I'm not voting for this guy." You can't have that.
Yeah.
Last year they took a dip for a bit, and end of last year and the beginning of this year they had a little dip there, and then went back up. So might happen again next year. We'll see.
The rates came up just a little bit last week.
They did.
I'm thinking about what I want, not what I don't want.
No, but it easily
I
can
want
happen.
5.5%.
That's
Yeah.
why her prediction is that. 'Cause she wants that. She doesn't. might
All
not believe
I
it.
know is.
Well, plus you got to move that significantly in an election year, I think.
But
Yeah.
here's what I've been telling people, and I'm not just blowing smoke to get people to buy houses. People need houses. I have clients that actually need to move, that are moving into the area or are moving out of a rental because rental rates have gotten way too high. And right
And those
now,
aren't stopping anytime soon.
over the past, I'd say, 7 years, this is some of the least competition I've seen for buyers right now. Like, you right now aren't going to be competing with 4, 5, 10, 20 offers. You are going to be one of 2 offers probably, or maybe the only offer.
Interesting.
And that's not the case for
Depends on
every
the
home.
price point.
Depends on the price point, depends on the neighborhood, but you're just not getting as much competition. So you're not worried about appraisal gap. You're not worried about going way above.
Yeah, 50,000 over asking,
50,000
20,000 in
Yeah, I
appraisal
don't see
gap.
that. I don't see it much anymore on my end.
Paying the
And-
seller's closing costs for them and paying your own closing
And because
costs.
of that,
Yeah.
you're not paying a ton extra out of pocket. You're getting the real current value of the home. And when rates do come down, you can refinance. It's not expensive or hard to do. And usually the cost is recouped within a couple months if the rate comes down enough that you
Right.
refinance. So it's not.
But don't you have to wait so long after you go into a loan to refinance?
Generally a year.
That's what I thought. So, buy now.
So by next fall, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
buy
fall.
now.
Let's hope you're right.
Yeah. Well, because come November, people are going to be deciding.
They're going to be deciding.
Well, and that's
What's
the thing
my
is,
mortgage rate?
if rates
Yeah.
are coming, if rates start to come down over the winter, which they did last year, we're going to see a frenzy for a 4-month period. Kind of like we had a pickup again in the spring this year, 2023 winter into spring into the beginning of summer. we had 3, 4, 5 offers on houses again, and it wasn't as nuts as it was for the previous 5 years, but it's still people going well above list, and you just aren't worried about that now. You're also not worried about your loan type or any other issues right now because there's less competition. You have more power right now because of that.
Well, and now's a good time for all these first-time buyer programs.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Sure is.
even though people here, we had 3% interest rates for a very long time, which was unheard of. So, I mean, when I got in, interest rates were over 9, and people still had to buy then. So, it's just people have to get used to where the interest rates are and adjusting how much they can afford. But the problem is prices are still going up, and the amount you can afford is going down. So that's the problem. But
My first house, the rate was 13% in 1983.
yep.
I was forced to buy a small ranch with no basement. I mean, that's the way it was.
And no basements are making a big comeback.
Are they really?
So builders are starting to switch over to the slab because it's saving money. So it always costs more to dig down or go out than it does to go up. So they can build a 2-story pretty reasonably. So we're actually starting to see some new construction under $400,000.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like we heard it today. Marry the house and date the rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep.
they say that.
It's a good one.
It's a good time
but
to get
dating's
awful.
awful, right, Abby?
Well,
time to get
this is the thing. Let's equate it. Let's equate it to that. Right now, let's say it's not the social media and dating app age. You're going to a bar. That's right. I'm gonna get real off topic here on the pod. You're going to a bar. For the past 7 years, you went to a bar. Say you're a guy. We'll just say because I'm a guy. I'll just say I'm a guy. And you go to a bar and you're looking to find a girl. You walk into that bar. There are 300 guys in there trying to find a girl too. And everyone's just going after the same handful of girls there. Now you walk into a bar, and there's 5 other guys there. And there's 10 girls.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
were in
like,
the wrong bar before.
well, I'm just
Yeah, you
saying,
went to a better
this
bar.
is, it's, because the market is a better bar now. It's a,
market.
you have,
Yeah,
the housing market is a better bar. Not the meat market, the housing market.
It's a better bar.
It's a better bar now. So you have a little bit more opportunity
Totally
and
not
flexibility.
where I expected you to go with that whole scenario.
Yeah,
I was like,
I didn't know what to expect for that.
I
I
thought
see
we
where
were
he's
bringing
going.
poor Abby back into the whole thing.
Yeah,
No, it had to do with mortgage rates and houses, okay?
It did.
you're trying to help her pick out the right bars.
Yes, correct.
Well,
Never
remember,
date a guy you find in a bar.
remember rates are if you follow the 10-year yield, okay, rates are going to follow those.
Yep.
So the 10-year yield is kind of a economic growth. It tells you what the economic growth is going to be in the future.
Well, we need better economic
So
growth.
once the 10-year starts to come down, I think rates will come down.
Yeah, we need better economic growth. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Ken.
It was really great to be here.
You
Ken
want to tell
rocks.
people
Thank you
how
very
to
much.
get
Oh,
a
yeah,
hold
we
of
rock.
you? Yes, literally rocks. You want to tell people how to get a hold of you?
Absolutely. My phone number is 614-634-3625, or you can find me at fcb.com/Ken Burnett.
All right. And thanks for joining us again. My name is Shannon Grimm with Howard Hanna. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and hit some button
Hit that notification bell.
Yep. That's right.
at Shannon Grimm Realtor. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.